All right, so last class period here before we're going on break. At this point, should have completed the 2627 quiz. Those scores will be updated, released to you here shortly. And then the last thing to do here is take the Unit 2 test. So you make sure you've completed all your Chapter 2 assignments. Make sure you've done the review, that you understand the review. Ask any questions if you got them. And then be able to take the test here. So I picked this. This is just kind of one of the first concepts we did back in the start of Chapter 2, which is taking a quadratic function and finding vertex, axis symmetry, y-intercept. So a lot of just kind of the base information, but just figured it'd be good to kind of remind you about it all from the start here and go from there. So the vertex, the formula for finding the vertex, it's on the formula sheet, is that h equals the opposite of b over 2a. And so since this is in standard form, we can go ahead and put this b and this a value in there and work it out to figure out this h coordinate. So it's negative 12, so it's going to be positive 12 over 2 times negative 2. So that's going to be 12 over negative 4, which is a negative 3. Now remember, that's the h coordinate of the vertex. Now you still need the k coordinate, which you get by just taking the negative 3 and substituting it in for the x. So a lot of times you just put that in a calculator. I can just type it in here real quick. See what we get. All right, so type that in, and I got 4. So that means my k value is 4. So there's my coordinate of my vertex. Now you can also graph this. If you're using calculator, decimals, whatever, if you put it in the calculator, you press graph, you can see that coordinate. So yeah, negative 3, 4 definitely looks correct. You can also do, decimals. You can just click on there, or on here, you can go ahead and say, okay, I want to find the maximum value. And then you can do your left bound, right bound, and guess, and get the same answer, negative 3 and 4. Okay, so a couple ways of doing that. And again, whatever way you like, go ahead and do it that way. Now the next question, once you've got the vertex, this should be easy. The axis of symmetry is the line that splits this straight down the middle of the parabola. It's always just going to be x equals whatever this x value was. So it's going to be, in this case, x equals negative 3. So whatever that h coordinate that you found was, it's the line x equals whatever that number is. Then the last question, the y-intercept. Easy thing here, the y-intercept is always this c value. So this is going to cross the y-axis at 0, negative 14. Now you can also just see that visually on the graph. I could zoom out a little bit, but you can see this does look like it's going to cross. So negative 14 certainly makes sense. If I zoom out, I can see it a little better. But again, that's the idea there, is just where's this graph crossing when it's at 0? You can see it on the table, 0, negative 14. So a couple different ways of coming across that, but the definite easiest is that c value is your y-intercept. So there we go. And when you take your test today, use your graphing, use the formula sheet, use kind of all your tools, especially if you know 2 ways of doing a problem. Do it both ways to check it out and make sure that it's right. So whether it's working things out like algebraically with like solving it out, graphing it to take a look at it, use all those tools to make sure you can do a really good job on it. Other than that, good luck and have fun.